One of the things I love about games is they're not like real life. If you stop up, you can just go back and load game again. I won't show you what just happened. I'll just try not to do it again. But knowing what just happened, I'm going to make a couple of little quick adjustments to this airport. The first adjustment is that we need to get a hangar sooner rather than later. The second adjustment, well, I just hope it's not going to be necessary, but I'm going to have one of these switched over to commercial flights just in case. And I'm going to go back to trying to build my airport. So, as you may have gathered by now, I started recording and a few things went horribly wrong. There were multiple emergencies before I'd built a terminal, or got a hangar, or just about anything that needs to happen actually happening. Alright, one of the things that needs to happen, of course, is picking our R&D. That's on here. Night flights is a great one to start with because it just means more general aviation. Let's get our administrators onto that. Okie dokie. Take a deep breath and hope that we haven't stuffed anything up this time. So far, so not broken. I actually wanted that hangar in the middle, but nah, it'll do. He needs a taxiway too. Now, I want to make sure that hangar actually gets built before I do anything else that could set my contractors to being too busy to do it. So, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to speed the game up, and I'm going to wait. Right, now I can go back to actually planning and doing things the way I wanted to do it. To make more money, we need more avenues of income. One of those avenues is having fuel that can be sold to the pilots. To do that, we need somewhere to park our fuel truck, and we need a fuel depot. Which I have insufficient funds for. I could have sworn I was in planning mode. Thank you. And we need to build all of the roads that go with that. I have very little money because I just paid for a hangar. Right, that's fine. There will be a road here and here, and I'm going to get rid of all of this and redo it in concrete now that I actually have that. Is that going to cost me more and make this really hard to achieve? Yeah, you bet it is. Is it going to save me a lot of money in the long run? Yeah, you bet it is. 10 cents per cycle? That's a question I need to answer someday, and I might do separate videos to actually test things out in this game, but when it says something like operating cost 57 cents, is that per hour or per day? It doesn't tell me. Hopefully someone knows and they can just chime in, but let's just assume it needs to be figured out, because I have looked through the wiki rather a lot for this game, and there's a lot of things which just nobody knows. Okay, so we have our bay, we have very little cash, so let's be very selective in what we build. Pretty sure I can get away with having a very thin road, and I probably can't afford that yet. Ooh, I can. Fantastic. Right, Can't buy fuel without a contract to get fuel. That's under here. Here we go. Is it fuel? Nature fuel. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Avi fuel. 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. I know which one I'm likely to choose. $1.36 or 29. Yeah. Like, why would you ever not choose the best one? Okay, we've received a turnaround request from the nation's air ambulance service. It's a good thing I'm not new to this game, because to deal with that, you need a terminal. I don't have a terminal. You need check-in desks and boarding desks. I don't have those things. You also need an emergency center with an ambulance sitting in it. I don't have that. I don't think I can even build that yet. So I'm going to refuse this and cop the penalty. I chose to play on difficult. Now I'm kind of regretting that. Alright. We need to build all of these things. I have no cash. Game's already as fast as it can go. You may just have to put up with some of this waiting. So while we're waiting, about 10 days ago, I decided I was going to start a YouTube channel. That was a very spur of the moment kind of decision, and I hadn't thought it all through. And one thing I didn't know and didn't expect is how much of a dopamine hit I was going to get for posting that first video. Sleeping after that was really, really hard. Instead of thinking, yay, I've posted my video, I can go to bed now, it was more a case of, I want to record the next one, right now. Can't do that. I have work in the morning. Gotta wonder if being a YouTube content creator might be really addictive. 6,000 for roads. Okay. Soon it might be possible to actually get a fuel truck. Oh yeah. Also need to repair the runway. Which I would have done by now already if I'd had a grass runway. So it's already kind of saving me money in that I haven't had to do that so quickly. Yeah, where was I? Dopamine hits. Do you get that every time you post a video? I kind of hope not, because sleeping is important. And I just saw something really weird. Watch this truck. Yeah, taking the shortest route, that's fine. You're on the correct side of the road now. You weren't before. So, let's just prevent that nonsense happening in future. You can only go around the roundabout the right way, please. That's fine. That goes that way, and there we go. It's not very good if people go around the roundabout the wrong way. Now, we have fuel. We have somewhere to park. We need a truck. Do I have money? I have... Am I looking at the right field? Do I have money? Yes. Okay. I need one fuel truck. I cannot afford this truck. Oh, that's negative money. Alright then. That's fine. We can wait. Have I turned this into an airport which dies before anything happens? Find out right about now. My income is positive. Not income, sorry, cash flow. My cash flow is positive. I think we're improving. It's just going to take a little while to actually hit $0 and then start going up. And yeah, the way money is calculated in this game is rather confusing. In this view, at least you can change to daily. But it's like the expenses get calculated. Hey look, we just started a new day. It's as though the expenses get calculated first and the income only trickles in. So it looks like you're losing stupendous amounts of money before you start actually getting money in. It might not be too bad. No, we're making money again. We have positive money. Alright. When I decided to play this on difficult, I'm not sure that was a good decision. I think I said last time I'd never had an airport with large pads. That's no longer true. I did do that in my offline game. It now has large pads. That airport has many problems. Right, I think we're just about to watch this plane go into the hangar, maybe? Nope. What happened there? It came up with a little red flag, but it didn't tell me anything. Very strange. Right, money, money, excellent. Money is good. I need to buy a truck. Buy one truck. And wow, the truck actually has to get here first. Fair enough. I need a fuel depot. I thought I built that. I did build that. There we go. Now I can start making extra money by selling fuel to the general aviation crew. This is a good thing. However, to do that, the truck has to be able to get there. Let's make that possible. Yeah, one bit at a time, eh? Given how slow this start is, I'm beginning to wonder if it's boring to watch, so there might be a little bit of letting the game run between episodes. Hopefully it's not too dull. Because there was supposed to be not just waiting for things to be built, but planning how they were going to be built. And that truck is just going round and round in circles. Hey, here we go. Ta-da! Extra money! Alright. Contractors are still building that road. Of course they start from the top and don't join up the middle. Yeah, well done guys. Nine jobs available for one truck. He'll be busy once he can actually get where he's going. Join up the road, please. Thank you. Right, now the truck can actually do stuff. In the interests of building this as quickly as possible, I'm going to try and control the contractors to a certain degree. Right, you're going to build that lot, and then you build the rest. So, my brother has a YouTube channel. Not in gaming, but in electronics. And it took him ages to get views. It took him ages to get a comment. I've had not very many views, but I've had views. And I've had a comment all within the first week. I am stunned. I really, really thought I was going to have to do 3, 4, maybe even 10 videos before YouTube actually started letting people know my channel existed. I really, really am happy to know that someone's seen what I've done. Is this going to be a career? I doubt it. But it is really satisfying to know that the time I put into this was valuable to someone. And apologies if I get the name wrong, because I haven't checked it in the last little while. But thank you very much, Mr. Beans, for that incredibly useful comment about the audio. I hope it's better this time. I tried to adjust the balance levels of gameplay to my microphone. Let me know, please. Please, 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 let me know. Righty. 37 grand already, that's fantastic. I think this airport, for general aviation use, can be left to run as is right now. It has a hangar for repairs when they blow up their tires and things. It has fuel, which makes me money. It has a truck, which is being kept really busy right now. Yeah, I think that's fine. Should I be able to find a fence around it? Yeah, I should. That also costs money, and I have more important things to do. So I'm going to slow down now, because I'm pretty sure I've already completed this project. Yep. Okay, let's see. Baggage handling. You understand I'm doing a lot of this stuff early, right? Like, I don't have any commercial flights, but I'm going to start researching baggage handling already. Because I want to build my airport with that in mind. I don't want it to be an afterthought that's really hard to fit. So, I think I mentioned a little while ago that I had hopes of having the runway pointing this way. I honestly can't remember if that was in this current recording or if it was in the one that went horribly, horribly wrong. I think it was in the first one. Yeah, so let's just demonstrate, shall we? And make sure we're in planning mode so accidents don't happen. I had hoped to be able to fit a vertical runway and a horizontal runway into one tile. And I could have done it if the vertical runway was hard up against the left side, because then I could have just had a few less small plane stands and there would have been room up here. I didn't build it that way around. I guess we'll just have to improvise. Which way does this even go? North. Right. For some reason I think it's cooler to have planes going in opposite directions. Please check. Oh, I need to be in planning mode. We don't want to accidentally spend 200,000. Now, let's get that as hard up against the fence and the road as we can. I did a little bit of sandboxing for this to see if I could make things work in anything approaching a sensible fashion. But it's not designed very carefully, so this could take some planning. But while we're planning, we're making money. So, win-win? I'm not sure, to you as a viewer, if watching me plan things out is that exciting. I hope it's not too bad, because I like watching the thought process that people go through. And I think I'm not alone in that. I think surely knowing the thought process is a big part of these sorts of games. If you understand why someone's doing something, it's a lot more meaningful than just having a really fast playthrough where everything's done and you don't know why. Like, why did he put the runway this way? Why didn't he put it over here? It would have been more of a mirror to have it here, that's true. But it doesn't line up. Does symmetry bother him? I'm going to be honest, symmetry does bother me, but not that much. Now, one of the little warnings you may have seen pop up here. There is no bus stop or subway entrance. Passengers and staff have no way to get to and from your airport. So long as we're just running general aviation, I don't need anyone to get here. Emergencies notwithstanding. The plan currently, and the plan keeps changing. The plan is that the majority of the terminal is going to be around here where the 4 map sections meet. That means the parking is going to be up in this area, and the public road needs to get up there. I don't know if it's something I'm imagining or not, but I could have sworn in the last episode talking about what I was doing came a little bit more easily. I don't know if that was just some sort of in the moment zone kind of thing, or that's so not going to fit. I might shunt that sideways. So, yeah, I try planning things out, but unless I were to have detailed notes of this goes in exactly this corner and fits 12 spaces long, it's going to change anyway, so maybe it's just easier if I just build live and not worry so much about trying to have things work. So, the terminal's going to start around here. Parking could be further in, but at some point we need to break off so that passengers and terminal services aren't getting in each other's way. So if they turn a corner, let's say it goes along to here, so we just get past the runway. Past the runway. Then have a roundabout. Now it's possible to break off and have public access going one way and service access going the other. Did I build that the right way? I did. Fantastic. Okay, just gonna pencil this in for a moment. Yeah, that could work. I think it might be a case where the public road gets changed a few times as we're building this up. So I'm gonna kind of work backwards here. I just had a panic attack and thought I wasn't in planning mode. Right. This place needs a hangar down here somewhere. Let's say it is right near the bottom of the map. What I would like to do is kind of what I did for the GA airport, but flip it around the other way. Instead of having 3x2 off these little chutes, I want 4, I think. might be able to get away with 5. But I want to make sure that it's going to... how can I explain this? I'm going to run out of room so quickly. Let's just start with 1, and I'll try and demonstrate what I'm talking about. If I could have... yeah, it's going to be awkward to fit, but if I could have a terminal that sort of wraps around here-ish, then passengers can get straight on here and they can take a short walk down here to board planes. I know from experience you can't have them walking too far because, really? I was in the middle of talking, game. Do you really want to interrupt me? It's a wheel puncture. They need... as far as I can tell, they just need to land. Why is that not connected? Oh boy, this could get really tricky very quickly. If we allow commercial flights. Boarding desk not connected, security checkpoint. I hopefully don't need that. It's an emergency, right? They just want to land, repair their plane. This is very similar to what went wrong in the first attempt at recording this episode. Only on that occasion, the plane wouldn't leave the runway. I had every intention of just rolling with the problems and letting you watch it all, but I couldn't figure out how to get the game to function again. Nobody was landing anymore. No, I don't want to demolish the runway, I want to repair it. Thank you. Is he gonna make it in? Yeah, okay. Two steps. It'd be nice if it told me what the 2 steps were, because he's made it into the hangar. What counts as step 1? Alright. I'm sure I was trying to explain how I want this terminal to look. You can build it in such a way that people can walk out of a door and down a path. And I haven't seen any other YouTube content creators do that. Kinda puzzles me, because it's such an easy thing to do. You don't have to use remote stands to get people to walk 10 squares, 15, maybe even longer. You don't want to go too far, and in fact if we're planning out the terminal, it's gonna have to end really close. Let's say there, because obviously the service road still has to get through. But you can have Saber Crossings or footpaths or crosswalks, that's right, that's what they call it. And passengers are fine with that. They're quite happy to cross over the service path and board their plane. But if they have to walk too far, pretty sure that's what I was saying right before I got interrupted by this plane that needed fixing. If they have to walk too far, it starts delaying flights. Because instead of boarding earlier, they wait. And then they walk really slowly. So I think 5 stands here might be the ultimate limit of what I can achieve. The alternative would be to build this further in and have a bit of terminal wrapped along here with the boarding gates on it. Similar to what I'm going to do on the right side. But I think it's more interesting if I don't make it so functional. Is that really the word I want? Yeah. Also, then you have people leaving the terminal to go back into the terminal, and it starts to do strange things to the pathing AI. They won't enter the terminal. I don't know if this is a normal thing, but it certainly happened in my other game. I had them wandering along paths. There was even a separate terminal building that they would go into, but because the boarding desks weren't there, they wouldn't take shortcuts to get back. They would come in, the plane would land, they'd get off the plane, they'd go into one terminal building with no boarding gate, walk a really straight line to get to a boarding gate in the main terminal building, and then go off and collect baggage or whatever. I made a shortcut path and they wouldn't touch it. Eventually I did work out, if I put a boarding gate near that shortcut path, they'll start using it. But it's a really weird thing, because you don't need to go through a boarding gate to come back in normally. It's very, very strange. Right, so Taxiway Foundation. And you'll notice by now that I'm using the 5x5 fit for this taxiway. I'm doing that because small planes for commercial are actually bigger than the general aviation ones. So trying to get away with this 3 wide, it just looks wrong. You can do it, but it looks wrong. Okie dokie. That's connected, that's connected. I'm not going to bother drawing in the rest of those just yet. We need to actually think about how this terminal is going to connect up. You don't need parking straight away, but you do need some way for people to get to the airport. So for now, I'm just going to keep it really simple and have a little road down here. You might also wonder, if you're new to this game, why I'm trying to do roundabouts for everything. Traffic gets really bad. If you have a lot of car parks, everyone wants to leave at the same time, and there's only one lane to get out. Traffic backs up for, I guess it would be miles? I have no idea what this is measured in. Anyway, bus stop. Bus stop can go here. I could put it hard up against a road here, but I've found if you've got these sorts of connections straight on a main road like that, buses will come out the wrong exit and do very strange turns, and it's not too bad for your entry point, but when you get that with your remote stands, it gets really, really bad. I had buses that would just park backwards and then refuse to be able to find a path to where they were going. I changed the way it was connected, problems all went away. Okay, this is a very strange terminal shape. It's just pie in the sky right now. We can keep it really simple. We build a footpath and we wipe out. No, we're building back to front. Airport, runways, etc. Then the terminal. Don't build the terminal first. And actually that's a tip I'd give you for the game in general. Don't try to build the terminal first. The terminal is the last thing you want to build. I think the tutorial says it has to be a minimum of something like 20 by 15 when you draw it out. And you need that in order to achieve that step. That's a big building. It doesn't look it, but that's a big building. I built it according to the tutorial in my first couple of games. I never really made sensible use of that space. Okay, so we're gonna have boarding desks. I said we're going to have boarding desks, thank you. That one. Sure. Needs to be a secure zone, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chairs. Door. A door will help. Yeah, that doesn't line up. I don't care. Yes, I do. Let's make it a medium door and put it that way around. Rebuild that wall. Speaking of walls, do I want... Yeah, I kind of like that design. So I'm going to treat that as the boarding lounge. It can be... that can be a big door. And then similarly, how big are the chairs? Yeah, I'm going to make that smaller. And longer. Is that too far? I think it is. One back. There we go. Put a nice door in here. And I'm going to draw in the rest of these before I forget what I'm doing and start putting doors and things in the wrong place. So this section I have no worries about. I could have boarding plane stands all the way down to the bottom. It wouldn't be a problem. I'm going to move that hanger. It's the walking side. That's where the delays happen. And yeah, I'd rather just avoid it. I think this looks better anyway. Now, service road obviously needs to cross over the taxiway and connect up to all those points. It's probably also going to come out this way at some point, but that could wait. Okay, back to designing the terminal itself. And let's check that's going. Yep, that's fine. I did slow the game down again. As much as it's beneficial to run the game really fast, I don't want to just let that happen and have billions of dollars and never have to think about money. It makes it less interesting. I'd rather let the game run at a reasonable pace while I'm planning out and go fast when I have to. That's all connected. Right, so back to doors and boarding desks and things. Ugh. Thanks for making it impossible to see, guys. Right, you can turn off the zoning. Do we have a door there? I think we do. Yeah, that's fine. Boarding desks. Again, the zoning. Right. I would like that to line up there if I can put it anywhere. I'm gonna say putting the security zone in is one of the most annoying aspects of this game for me, because it becomes really finicky. You can't put that there. You haven't made it secure yet. I was going to get to that after I put the boarding desks in. Right. You know what? I just saw how long this recording is. I hope this has been interesting to you. I hope you can see the shape of what is going to come. And I hope you've enjoyed it at least a bit. Till next time, bye-bye.